There we go. All right, so we are streaming live on YouTube for Sunday Ukulele. So just the same thing as usual, right? Like if you have a question, unmute yourself and then ask your question, and then mute yourself again, and you'll be good to go. Oh my gosh. Let's see now what. Oh, I guess I better hang on here. I'm doing too much clicking again. All right, so let's check in about the witch's dream. How did you guys do with that one from last week? Yeah. Heads nodding. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, it's a fun tune. Hey, the only trick that I find with it is when I play it, just pull it up. It's the shift from the 5th position down to the 1st, because you've just got to make sure that you're confident with that. Let me just grab my ukulele here. Well, remember how I said I need more coffee? There's my ukulele. Okay, there we go. So to play the Witch's Dream, we'll just have a little warm up. We'll do a little bit of scales, do a little bit of Witch's Dream, and then we're going to do the new one, Castle Kelly. So, okay. Here we go. Okay, so a little bit of scale work. Let's C major scale. Let's run through that one right now, and then we'll do the D minor. So C major. So you got your 3rd string, and we'll repeat notes so we can work our fingers a little bit. 3rd string open, 2nd fret, right on. 2nd string open, yeah. Here comes 1st fret, nice. 3rd fret, 1st string open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, yeah, right on, and open, 2nd string, 3rd fret, good, 1st fret, right on, and open, 2nd fret, on the 3rd string, and open on the 3rd string. Okay, so something that is important to think about when you're playing. I saw, like, most of you guys have your ukulele heads up in a comfortable position. If you find when you're playing this stuff that this wrist starts to get a little bit sore, it might be because of the head of your ukulele is down too low. Okay, so just watch out for that. And play around with your body positioning. Find something that feels comfortable for you. Okay. I feel like right here, I tend to hold my ukulele with that a lot, but I tend to, if I'm sitting in a weird position, grind my ukulele into the corner, or sorry, grind my arm into the corner of my ukulele and then kind of do this weird claw thing over. Well, I can tell you, it doesn't feel very good for this wrist. So it's important to be aware, like if you feel any tension or any changes in your body, try to take a look at how you're playing. I play for hours at a time, so if I'm sitting in a weird position for hours, then you know, that pain builds up and it takes a long time for it to go away. So just be kind to your bodies. That's the overarching message there. But in the end, make sure the head of your ukulele is up. Okay, D minor now. Okay, so 2nd fret, 3rd string. So it's going to be a D minor natural. So we're going to, instead of B, we're going to do B flat. Okay. But we won't do a C sharp, so that matches the Witch's Dream. All right, so 3rd string, 2nd fret. Yeah, good. 2nd string open. 1st fret. Yeah, good. 3rd fret. 1st string open, which will be followed by 1st fret. Here we go. 1st fret. Yeah. Now 3rd fret. up to fifth with your baby or your ring finger, whatever gets you there, okay? You guys ready to go back down? Here we go, back down to 3. And 1. And open. Second string, 3rd fret. And 1st, good. And open. 3rd string, 2nd fret, good. Whoops. Ended on the open. See how I came back though? Actually, that sounds kind of neat when you play it that way, doesn't it? Those natural minor scales, I love the sound of them. They're so, I feel like they're filled with so much tension, sorrow, and oh yeah, look, I'm checking your guys' fingering while we're playing and watching, and you guys are looking so good. Now, a few people came in as I was starting the scale. Mary, hello. It's so nice to see you again. And Leanne, hello. And Vicky came in there at the end there. This is so exciting, you guys. All right, so we did our 2 scales. We did our C major and our D minor. All right, this hand's probably feeling pretty good right now, hey? Let's do a quick review of positions for the Witch's Dream. We'll do a little bit of chord push-ups, right? So 5th fret on the 1st string, 6th fret on the 2nd string, and we're going to do that. You remember how I was like this? Pluck. Oh, sorry, I've got these fingers down. They should be up. And then down to those 2 strings, strings 3 and 2, frets 1 and 2, just to echo the position change in the Witch's Dream. Okay, back up to fret 5, 1st string, fret 6, 2nd string. Let's do it a couple times. Okay, and back down. Yeah, good, right on. Good, 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 good. I think that's a big deal there, isn't it? It's that position change. Okay, I'll play through it, and then I'll share the screen, and we'll play through it, and then we're diving into Castle Kelly. All right, here we go. I'll play through it once without sharing, and then once with. And for just playing through it, I'm not going to do the repeats. I'm just going to play it straight through. Okay. So it's just a quick run through to get the feel of it. You probably heard that I added in a lot of pull-offs and I think a few hammer-ons in there. Yeah, okay. So let's go through. We'll go at a bit of a slower pace. There, do you guys see it there? Yeah, okay, awesome. Just gonna, what I'm doing right now is just opening up everything. There we go. Leanne, you don't have your screen on, but that's okay. I'm assuming your fingering will be just awesome for this. Here we go, you guys. Nice and slow. I'll remember how it's in 9/8, and I'll count 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to start us. Ready? Everyone can see it okay? Is it big enough before we start? Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now opens there. Good. Back up to 5. And 3. Next page or line. 5, 6, 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Single notes. 0, 1, 3. 1, 0, 2. 0, 2. To the beginning. 5, 6. Good. 0, 1, 2. Up we go. 5, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh, second line there. single line notes are O, 1, 3, 1, O, 2, O, 2, O, third line 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. Oh, last line there. At the end of this line, we're going to go back up and repeat from the third line. Oh, 2, here we go. 2, 1, 1, right on. Now there's one bar that's not revealed, and that's just the D, which is your third string, second fret. Nice vibrato, Barb. Right on, yeah, that's cool. Oh, all right. So I tried to go through that at not too fast, not too slow. I tend to really play that thing like pretty fast. It's pretty fun. Now, how did that speed feel for you guys? Is that something that you're okay with? Yeah, cool. Are you able to play it faster? Yeah. Ooh. Some solidly non-moving heads, couple nods, couple shakes. Good. Yeah, middle of the road then. Work on it. Be confident at one speed, and then when you do feel confident with all the fingering changes for both hands, then move your speed along, just a little bit at a time. I'm going to stop sharing that. That was like a nice review. You guys did a good job there. That was cool. Okay, ready? Stop share. Boom. I'm back. I love that drink. I love that song. I really do. So the next one I'm going to show you guys is another one that I just love playing. Now this one, I was going to add more stuff to Witch's Dream, and I thought about it. I thought, I like playing it pretty much as it is. So I'm just going to walk away from that one. Keep building your speed and watch your fingering 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right, Rosemary. It's nice to check it out again. And just make sure how you're feeling. The big thing with Witch's Dream is that position change. It really is. And the more you have those notes ringing out across those strings, it's that campanella sound. And it's nice to get that. This next one, Castle Kelly, uses a few different techniques. I've made note of a fingering alternative. You'll see that at the bottom of your page, and I'll go through all of that. But on the second line, the second bar, you'll see a D minor with an asterisk next to it. And at the bottom of the page, you'll see another bar sitting there by itself, another D minor with an asterisk next to it. That's an alternative fingering for that bar that you may want to explore. So what I'll do now is I'll play the song. Actually, first I'm going to have a sip of coffee, then I'll play the song, and we'll check it out. So this one's in think of it as being in the key of D minor as well, but it's unaltered. All the C's are natural. And you'll see me doing a lot of this. Okay, the fingering. I'll move my camera down a little bit here so you can watch both hands a little better. Oh, my screen froze. Oh, we're going to have that time, are we? Excellent. I'll turn my screen off. Oh, yeah. And then back on. I'm back. I think there's something going on with the power connection to my camera. I think that's what it is. So I won't touch it again. I'm not going to move that camera again. All right, here we go. I'll just move this over so I'm not like cranking my head so much. There we go. that's the first part of the song. I figured that would give us enough to work on for this week. The alternative fingering. I'll line it up. I'll play the alternative fingering by itself and then come at it from the bar before. So alternative fingering, I'm going to sit with my baby finger and my ring finger like this. Or maybe you could do this. Middle and ring, because see how you can just shift your middle finger down? It kind of depends on what you're coming from. Let's see. So that worked for me because I went whatever allows you to be smooth with it. That's the big thing. Okay. So what we'll do first is play through it as written, ignoring the alternative option to start. And then we'll take a look at adding that. And then I'll make note of where I like to do my hammer-ons and pull-offs and all that. All right, can you see it okay there? Awesome. This is good because I can watch people's hands too. If you guys have any fingering concerns or anything like that. And just remember, you can get this right off my the Sunday ukulele page if you don't have it. And it's at the top. It should be at the top of the list. I try to move them to the top, but if they're not there, look for the very bottom because sometimes I forget to move them. So we'll do a quick little analysis of this. You can see that at the beginning there, the first chord that you play is D minor. So think about that in terms of your fingering. Okay. Now you're not making a full D minor chord there, but you may want to lay down your fingering like that because I don't. I use fingers 1 and 2, but I was just looking at it and thinking about it. So you got finger 2 on the 3rd string is how I usually play it. And then finger 1 on the 2nd string, and I just sit there and focus on that. Then the next bar, you've got an A minor chord, hey? So I've got my opens that I use to then shift my middle finger here. An alternative would be making the full D minor idea and then just lifting off fingers off the 3rd and 2nd string. And then that just leaves you with an A minor chord sitting there. Whatever works for your mind, right? Like we approach these things differently. It depends. But I point them out just so you guys have some ideas about alternative fingerings to make sure that everything rings out comfortably on that first line. The first line, the fingerings that you use there, could also be used on the 3rd line. So especially with songs like this where it can be pretty fast, consistency can be the key to allow you to be smooth and comfortable with playing these. But let's play through it now, nice and slow. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. Next bar with the opens. 4th string there with the 2nd fret. Okay, 2nd line, here we go. 2, 0, 1, 2. Under the C chord. D minor with the asterisk. 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 2, 2, 0. 3rd line. When I hit that open, I'm just going to stop for a second. When I hit this open right here, I'm using my ring finger to pick that. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking back to the full plant idea. I use the full plant idea a lot with this song. So I use my index on that string, my middle to pick there, and then I'm using my ring here. I do it because I start to play it pretty quick, and I like to keep my thumb ready to play that 4th string 2nd fret. I also like that because it gives it a nice beefy sound. But that's just me. Other people would play that third string with their thumb and then shift it down. So choose the fingering that feels comfortable for you. I'm just going to show it the way I like to play it, but be open. Okay, so I'm going to start that third line again. I just wanted to make note of that. And I'll scroll up a little tiny bit here. Okay, line 3 right here, where we've got all the notes that have started. 2, 3, and 4, and 1. A minor. Single line run there at the bottom. Actually, I want to talk to you about that too. Oh my gosh, I played that wrong. Hang on. Okay, last bar. I play again. 0, 3, 0, 3, 1, 2. I had too many thoughts on my mind. Okay, I better do this right now before I forget. This bottom line, the first one that you see in the first bar, if you can keep your finger down on that one, well, here it occurs again in that bar. It's kind of nice to let it ring out, and I'll highlight this one with a different color. Oop, there we go. This 2 here, that 2 there. If you can keep your middle finger down on that, it rings out like this beautiful, just like a little drone, right? Listen to the sound of it with that middle finger staying down versus. Okay, so it's a subtle difference, but it would be a nice way to help keep that harmony ringing out if you can keep that middle finger down. It harkens back to line 1 and 2 as well, where you can keep that same sound, or sorry, lines 1 and 3, where you can keep that same sound ringing out if you can. Yeah. It can be hard sometimes. It depends on the size of your hands, like your fingers, and the size of your instrument. If you can keep that sound ringing out, great. And if it's a struggle, don't worry about it. You know, this is just, my way of playing it. Okay. So we'll start it again with look at all the notes I'm making. Oh my gosh, you guys. The coffee's hitting, I can feel it. Okay, here we go. From the beginning, we'll play through the whole thing twice, and then we'll dig into the alternative fingering. 2, and 3, and 4. Under the A minor. Next line. Under the C. 0, 2, 1, 3. 0, 1, 3. 0, 1, 2. Next line. Under the A minor. Last line. 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 2, 1, 3. Last bar there. To the beginning. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 0, 0, 2, 2. Second line there. Under the asterisk. Next line. I'm throwing in those hammer-ons just so you can get inspired. That sounds so cool. I have to change my strings. I've worn them just about to death, you guys. All right, now, under the asterisk. Slowly it's revealed. Okay, we're going to play the bonus bar a few times, and then we'll toss it in with the bar before, and we'll see how our fingers feel. Okay, so 5, 5. I'm looking down down here now, right? Just, yeah, wow, right down there. Okay, under the D minor with the asterisk, the bonus bar, we've talked a little bit about fingering. I'm going to put my ring finger on the 5th fret, 2nd string. Middle finger is going to land on the 3rd string, and I'm going to use that to start. What I'm going to do is just play the two of them together with my index and middle finger, just pluck them like a chord. And I'm going to shift down to 3 and 4. Now I've got my index finger on the 3rd fret. And from there it comes down to 1 and 2. Index and middle on these two guys here, 3 and 4, feel comfortable because it leads you back down into that familiar shape that you were already playing. All right, so now I'm going to split it up. And then from there, then I'm going to tuck it into the bar, the alternative. Here we go. So splitting up, 3 and 5, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 2. Okay, one more time. Split it up at the 5, 3 and 4, 1 and 2. Yeah, okay. Now, the trick is if you can read from the first bar at the top of the line and then jump down to where it's circled. That's kind of hard. So we'll go through it nice and slow, get our brains wrapped around it. It's like some big mental test for you guys today. Here we go. On the first bar, then we hop, and then fortunately, we just land on the second line, okay? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep that. Okay, we know, second line. Okay, here we go. First bar, 3 and 4. And nice and slow. 2, 1, 2, 2. Ready to make the leap? Here we go, bonus bar up to the 5, 5. 3 and 4. Good, 1 and 2. 2. Okay, now back to the second line. 2. Yeah, right on. How did that feel? Let's practice it one more time. Okay, so the first bar, first line, then we make the leap. And then you guys can, like if you've got your paper printed out, use whiteout or whatever, right? You know, if you want to change that fingering, but at least you've got the option, right? Okay, here we go. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 2, 1, 3 bonus bar up to the 5, 3 and 4. Yeah, right on. 1 and 2, 2. Oh, second line. Here we go. Keep on going. Under the A minor. Okay, last line there with all the colors. 2, 1, 3, last bar. All right, so you may find that depending on how you feel about this song, you may play it with the first fingering option there, the first time through. And then maybe the second time you like to toss in the 5, 5, 3, 4 deal because it's got a slightly different tone. And you can also slide up to it, so it gives you a different feel. What I would do to have that sliding sound is I would, at the top there, see how I've highlighted that note 3? I would do a glissando. Okay, so you could go, hear that? So I went 1, 3, and just whatever sound I had after I made that 3, I used that to shift up to my 5. Okay, let's try it together. 1, 3. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing so you can watch my hands when I do that. There we go. Almost knocked over my little stand here. All right, so I went like this. I went 1, 3. That's it. Okay, so you just keep your finger down, you know, keep contact with the fretboard. So I say that because I wasn't plucking the 3rd fret again. And then you can get, if you keep your fingers down, right? It sounds like, it almost feels like bad technique at first, right? It can be hard to do that, but oh, it sounds so cool. So to start all that off though, you want to do 1, 3, okay? So I'm going to do that a few times and you can just hopefully follow along. 1, 3, just glide, then make your 5, then to 3 and 4, and I just don't lift up my fingers. Okay. 3 and 4. That's one of the things I like to toss in there. Not all the time, but that's where you can choose what you want to have the sound of. Next up, like I want you guys just to think about that a little bit, practice that a little bit, and then we're going to toss in some hammer-ons. And for that, there. Oh my. I highlighted, but I used the wrong color and then it just turned everything kind of like a brown. I don't know. There. I'm just going to go through and click on a couple of them. When I hit the A minor, that 4th string on the A minor, I think it works out well with the low 4, and I think it would be equally cool with the high 4 tuning, I have to say. All right, so I just want to see, does anyone have any questions about that sound? Glissando. So when I get up to the 5, like I've slid up to the 5, just to kind of line it up in case you're curious about it. 1, 3, slide to 5, and then I play the 5 again. You guys are working it. Okay, hammer-ons coming at you next. We're going to have 2 different qualities of hammer-ons. That's probably the best way to say it. Yeah. Okay, so I want you to play open on your 4th string. Right, that's straightforward, right? Now what I want you to do is a fast hammer-on. So you can barely hear that open. That open, although it comes like if you're tapping your foot with this, the open comes on the beat. But it's just like a decorative sound that comes before that 2nd fret. Now I want you to do it like this. And take your time. Hear the difference? Where the open definitely has part of that beat. Like if right now, the way I'm tapping my foot, I've got 1 and 2 and, right? Now I'm going to go back to the other one. 1, 1. Here, that's just boom. Okay. That sound, that one, is the one that I was using on the second bar of the song. So I'm going to play it so you can hear that. Hear that? Right? It's really quick. I just realized I only play it on the first, second fret note, though. I don't play it on the second one. Okay, so I'm going to play it again, and then we're going to pull up the music, and you'll see where I've just put a little pink highlight on the ones that I like to do that. So again, just so you can listen, and then we'll play it. Oh, I love that sound. Something to think about, it's just been weighing on my mind. I want to point out that when I'm doing the same string, when I'm playing notes on the same string, I'm still trying to alternate my fingers. I'm doing a lot of this. So just to watch this hand here. See that? Even though I've got the same note, the 2, I'm still trying to alternate my fingers. I do that because it's going to allow me to be more efficient as I speed up. I won't have any little blips from trying to use the same finger to play the note. All right, let me share this screen again. Get all serious here. There. All right. Yeah. All right. See the little pink highlight on the 2? That's our little decorative one. That's our, there. That's that little quick hammer on. Okay. So if we do that one there, we can do it there too on the 3rd line. Now here's a little O to 3 that I put down on the second to last, or the last bar there, O3. You might want to try to do a hammer on from O to 3. You may find that you have to hit with a little bit more force on that 3rd fret. Yeah. Good. We'll try to tuck that one in too, okay? And then there's so many that come along. You'll hear other little pull-offs that I like to do too, like if it's a fretted note to an open note where it comes at the end of a bar. I'm just going to highlight. See where I put that little bit of blue there? On the 2nd line, last bar. That would sound kind of cool. So I may just do this. Just start adding in some ideas, okay? We don't want to do them all at once, though, because it's going to become kind of overwhelming, but that one's a nice one. Okay, here we go. Back up to the top. Pardon me. All right, so now we're going to throw in a quick hammer on with that 2 on the A minor bar. So we'll do that at the end of the 1st line, end of the 3rd line. Bonus, if you want to do the pull off at the end of the 2nd line, work with that little loop. Okay. And if you feel like you can do it, then the last bar under the D minor there, whoops, right there, O3 with the hammer on. We'll see how it goes.
Is that O3 with the hammer on? Do you go O, quick O3?
A good question. Not that one. See how both of them have a full note value?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that just decorates the notes as they already are.
Okay.
Yeah. It would just be where you've got like this 2 here on the A minor, where it's already got an 8th note value there, and we're just decorating it. It would be, if I had written it in, there would be a little tiny 0 next to that 2 with a little hammer on, and that little tiny 0 would show that it doesn't have any note value.
Could you do a pull off on
5, 6, 8, where you do the hammer on 0, hammer on 3. Could you pull off there, or would it be too difficult to go back on the 3 on the next line?
Right there at the
not for
end of
you.
if you can do it, do it. Just try to keep the note values even there. Absolutely. You're talking about this one here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Go for it and try it. I like to do all sorts of stuff there. It's limited by your imagination, your feel for what you want to do with the song, and then as your skills develop, it'll get easier and easier for you to do these things. One thing to watch out for when you're doing the hammer-ons, try to keep your other fingers a little closer if you can. Let me stop sharing for a second. I'll show you how my hand position when I do that sort of hammer-on. Okay, so when I'm doing that sort of hammer-on, I try to not let these other fingers fly away because it twists my hand a little bit and it's hard for me to get stable feeling. So I keep them all close by. In fact, often I don't do this with my guitar, but I do with my ukulele. I'll rest the neck right there when I'm playing. So you'll see this sort of thing. I turn my hand like that. And because I've got that stability there, I'm not pushing it in. I'm not gripping it. I'm just resting it there. And I do have my thumb. Usually I keep my thumb on the back still there, but I'm not pushing. I'm just letting it sit there comfortably. See how there's no real tension in my hand there. Just letting it sit there. And because there's no tension in my hand, it's easy for me to do that, keeping those fingers close by and remembering my shapes. When I do that hammer on, I land close to the fret. And then I do a little, when I do my pull off, you'll see some tension in my finger as I wind up picking the string after it's plucked. So hopefully that helps. I see that my camera seems to be freezing a little bit. Hey, is it freezing for you guys? No? Oh, that's good. Guess it's just on this side. Well, that's good. It's just on this side. Rosemary has to go. She has to catch a ferry. That sounds wonderful. To go see some larches. Oh gosh, that sounds nice. All right, back we go. And now we'll add in the decorative hammer-ons, right? And any ones that we feel like we can keep moving in a controlled way to keep the timing going, go for it. Okay, but focus on the ones that we got for sure. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and under the A minor. Oh, 2, 1, 3 under that asterisk. Third line there. Get ready for that little hammer on. Hold that. I'm just going to scroll. There we go. Here we go. 2, oh, bottom line. Oh, 2, 1, 3. Did it work, Barb? Were you able to toss it in?
I forgot.
There's so many things to think about. I'm going to make this a little tinier just so we can see it all. Okay, let's play it again. And I'm going to throw in all the hammer-ons, all the decorative stuff I like to do. Okay, just so you can hear it while you're playing it. 2, and 3, and 4, and... a little hammer on. Okay, to the top. You guys able to do those little quick hammer-ons? Here comes the next A minor. Last line. 1, 2, 0, 2, 1, 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 1, 2, 2. I forgot to say where I was along there. I was just like lost in the song. Okay, so you don't have to play it perfectly. You don't even have to be able to play along with me. But if you get the feel of the song, that's what matters. And then you can work on it, right, at your own pace. I was trying to toss in hammer-ons and pull-offs wherever I had like an open to a second fret, like on that second line there under the C, O2. If you can do a hammer-on there and keep it controlled, sounds cool. There's a lot of them in there where you just kind of let it roll, right? As much as you're comfortable. Places where I tend to not do a hammer-on is between two beats. Right there, like the O is on the end of the first beat, leading to the beginning of the next beat. See how those eighth notes are broken up on the top there? I don't do it there. I just do it where I'll draw them in there, like there. Anywhere where it's still contained within the same beat, that's where I like to do it. Now I'm going to doodle. I'm going to put in a big confession where I've done them all, I think. And you've probably heard me do there. Sometimes I do a really quick little hammer-on, like there, right? One of those little fast hammer-ons. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play through it one last time, okay? And I am going to, okay. I'm going to try to add in everything, okay? And I'll play it at a speed that I like to rip along at, so you guys just can hear it and see what I'm doing as you're listening, because sometimes it's hard to know what somebody's doing when they're playing a song really fast, right? And I'll try to say which line I'm on. That's probably about as far as I can go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on the second line. Those extra hammer-ons. So I tried to add in a few of them. A couple I stumbled on because I was thinking too much about what I wanted to say to you guys afterwards. But there's lots of little spots where you can toss them in. But I think I overdid it that last time, because it's easy to, like a fine spice if you add too many to the pot, that sort of thing. So I do like to add it to those sorts of spots. Or it changes depending on my mood, tragically, so often.
Can you do it once through with the special D minor 5-5-3-4?
Yeah.
1 2 2 0.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just didn't toss it in there because I don't know why. Yeah. Oh, it's an addictive little tune to play, And it's a good one to challenge you to make sure that you're using the full plant idea, right? And yet still alternating your fingers in places where you have a melody that runs through. So spots like that bottom line, you want to make sure where it's under the C chord and under the D minor at the end, you still want to make sure that you're alternating your fingers there so that you can keep that fluid sound going. Slow and steady to start, and faster when you're ready. And you create that harmony by letting your notes stay down where you can, because it's a D minor chord. If you can keep the D, fret 2 on string 3, if you can keep that ringing, that helps to bring out the harmony of the song. This is another one where I tend to not add a lot to it, aside from the melody just as written. By decorating the melody, that's how I usually just add to it. So I'm going to stop sharing and just check in. Hello, Kat. You know what I haven't done? I have not checked in on. Oh yeah, everyone's all good over on YouTube. If you guys have questions over there, just shoot me a message. Okay. But other than that, I feel like by watching your guys' hands on the screen, I think you guys are doing pretty good. When it got really fast, I mean, I know it's hard to keep up, but don't worry about that. It's not like I started playing the song ripping fast to start, right? You have to learn these tunes, get comfortable with the melody, choose the fingering you're going to use, and stay with it. What feels comfortable for you, so that as your speed progresses, you feel confident. You know what you're doing. And it doesn't have to be the same as me. You don't even have to do the hammer-ons where I do them. Maybe you don't want to do any. That's fine. We're all our own person, right? We want to express ourselves with this song the way that works for us. And if you have any chickens, you might want to go out and serenade those chickens with your music. Play with the rooster in your yard. Who here has chickens besides Debbie? I know Debbie's got chickens. Anyone else got chickens? Chickens would probably love this music. Debbie, do you still have your chickens?
No.
What about the rooster? Do you still have the rooster?
No.
Well, you can serenade your cat then. Serenade, right. Yeah, serenade Ellen.
Serenade Krabby Cat.
Yeah, the Krabby Cat. Oh, she'd like this song. She'd be pleased with it.
Oh yeah, she likes the harmonica better though.
She likes the harmonica?
Oh, she loves the harmonica.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Makes her drool.
What? She likes it that much?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Let's hear it for drooling cats. I've got one too. So I feel like that's probably good enough. We've got a few minutes left, and I'll check in for questions. But by watching your guys' hands, I think you were doing okay. Just remember to warm up your fingers first. And what we didn't do, which we should have done, and I'll talk about it right now, because then it'll be at the end of the video. It'll be easy to find. Let me just... Where is it there? Okay, there it is. You're going to want to get, because of the fingering that you do with the D minor chord, that arpeggio, I'm going to say it and then play it. So it's going to be 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. That's kind of a busy one. 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. So that would be a good one to practice. And that occurs on line 3, bar 1. If you practice that, even without the chord in there, or just isolate it, okay? Finger or strings are 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. And I'm resting my thumb on this fourth string a lot. I'm not pushing down on it. I'm just resting it. It's funny, I don't do that on the guitar, but boy, I do it on the ukulele. 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3. And the only time where I'm not alternating that index finger when I'm playing there is because I'm just repeating that bar. Or if you feel more comfortable this way. Like you might want to use your thumb in these two fingers instead. That's okay. Whichever way, whichever fingering you prefer, just make sure you practice that bar. You know, that would be a good one to practice before you play it, because it's a little bit different than the other bars, so it's good to be prepared for it. Now I am going to stop the live stream because I think we've probably gotten everything out of it that we need. So for the folks that were watching the live stream, thank you very much, and enjoy your day.